Hi guys, I just wanted to come on with a quick project share for Valentine's Day last week. We were really busy last week. We're in the throes of wedding plans. We got to meet the future in-laws, my son's future in-laws, and so I wasn't able to complete one of my husband's Valentine's Day gifts. Well, he had to go out of town on business this week, so I decided to work on it on Monday, and I was able to finish it and hang it. What you're looking at now is my office, well, my craft space, which is across the hall from his office. And what I created for him was a layout. Is his favorite pictures, recent pictures of he and his mom. We took them sometime last year when we went to visit her, and I also love these two photographs of them together. I was upset because I wasn't able to lighten the pictures enough to where they were real clear, but he knows those pictures. He loves them, and I mean, he'll see what I want him to see in the pictures, I'm sure, because he knows and loves his mom and the memory of her. And so I just wanted to do something special for him in memory of her, because that was his heart. And so what I did was I did a layout of the two photographs, and I put it in a shadow box frame, and I've hung it on his wall in his office. And so hopefully he'll be really surprised when he comes back into town tonight. And he probably won't see it until tomorrow when he comes up to his office to work. But I went ahead and hung it on the wall, so I'm praying that he really loves it as much as I do. So I'm going to swing the camera around. I'm standing in his office, and this is the layout that I did of him and his mom. And let me get in a little bit closer. This photo right here of them, I love this photo. They were just sitting on the sofa. This is how they were all the time. I mean, anytime we went to visit her, they were constantly hugging, holding hands, and they just, it seemed as if they had some inside joke, and it was just so cute. And right here, he's cracking up at something she said or some look that she had on her face, and she is just also, I'm sorry for the glare, but she's also just laughing so hard at whatever it is they were talking about. And I just snapped a couple of pictures. I used to always snap lots of pictures whenever we were there. And so I just used those two photos, and I just kind of, I didn't distress it too much because I know he doesn't really care for the grungy look. So I didn't want to distress it too much, the photographs, nor the actual layout. So I used this Prima spray up here, and it sort of looks like a tree branch coming out. And I used, let's see, My Mind's Eye, that's the background paper. Lost and Found, I think it's Lost and Found. And I love that paper. I got it from Hobby Lobby out the single sheet section. I've had it for a number of years and never used that piece of paper, so I thought it was perfect because I love the wording on it. Right there it says adorable and sweet, and up here it says sweet, and I love right there it says beautiful and charming, and down here it says happy. And for that photograph, that's perfect. And so I added a couple of paper flowers on the corners here, and I added a little clock piece, a metal clock piece down at the bottom. And over here I added a fabric flower as the main flower, and then added some paper flowers and a fabric leaf. And that wood veneer piece, Mom and Me, it was Mommy and Me. It came from Michaels. They have it currently in the store. And I just snipped off the last couple of letters and just have Mom and Me. And I just inked it up with, I believe the distress ink that I used was Vintage Photo, and dried that. And I used a little metal butterfly, and I inked that up and dried it to give it a little patina. And the doilies, I fussy cut those out of the, trying to think, I believe it is, I can't remember the paper line, but it's a different paper line. It's not My Mind's Eye. And I just used 3 of those doilies on the layout. But I love it. I think it turned out really well. And the shadow box frame I already had, because I had picked it up for another project sometime a couple years ago, maybe last year, and it was in my stash. So I just popped it in there, and and I've got it Velcroed to the backing. That way, if he wants to change the frame for any reason, he can, and I like that. So I hope he likes it. I love it. And there are a couple other photographs that I'd love to do a layout of, and I'm going to kind of show you the wall. This is the wall that's opposite his desk, and he has some of his awards on the wall. And so over here, that's going to drive him crazy, that there's that space right there. He's one of those people. He's like me, kind of OCD. So that's going to drive him crazy. So I think I'm going to do another layout for him and put it in another shadow box on the opposite side. So I'm going to think on that and try to come up with a photograph that I can use for that layout. That's his little Kappa man. He's a Kappa, but anyway. But I hope he likes it. I like it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my project, and I pray everyone has a blessed day. Bye.